for one more question from outside the room. It's an interesting one about the Arab Spring.
Yes.
Saying that in the wake of the Arab Spring, there's been a fresh focus on your country, a Muslim-majority democracy, growing prosperity, and we've heard that Egypt and Tunisia have come to you for advice and counsel. Is that true, and what have you told them?
Yes, they have in the past. Indonesia is now having the burden of burden of the reality that to prove that Islam, democracy, and development or modernity can go hand in hand. And I remember when Secretary Clinton first went to Jakarta in 2009, January, February, she added as well the issue of empowerment of a role of women as being another key important quality. But we are quite modest in not wanting to extrapolate or project our own national experience elsewhere.
Totally different.
Yes, there is no one size fits all. But at the same time, lessons can be learned in terms of failings especially. And we have been in touch with both the several authorities and governments in the Middle East and North Africa prior to the most recent difficulties in a very low-key manner, sharing lessons learned and providing mutual support and mutual encouragement. But most recent development obviously is source of concern to all of us. But we recognize democratization is a process, not an event. There'll be ebb and flow, and Indonesia went through it, is going through it still. Hopefully the people of these countries have the resilience and the patience in persevering with the democratic experience. You would remember, those of you who follow Indonesian politics in greater detail, there have been moments in the past, early on in Indonesia's democratization process, when there was a sense of despondence of where it was heading, and there were those who wished to have the return of the armed forces back to take charge. But thankfully at the time, at that critical juncture, most of the leadership in Indonesia, and even especially in the armed forces, recognized that this should be a short-term solution that will create more problems in the future. And that is why we all invest in the process, and now where we are. We are not only looking at the North Africa, Middle East situation, but in East Asia, Southeast Asia, you would contrast the democratic change in North Africa and the Middle East to the democratic change in Southeast Asia. Right. The latter has been without geopolitical tensions, which is not a given. If we had not been careful when we were all managing or shepherding the Myanmar process, for example, we could have easily seen a situation of that country's internal development becoming a proxy forum for other interests in the region. So it has to be a very balanced, nuanced promotion of internal developments, democratic development, at the same time being realist in our outlook in wanting to ensure that it doesn't create new tensions in our region. And what we are seeing now, unfortunately, in the Middle East, North Africa, like the perfect storm, where the national, local, national, regional, and global are perfectly working in disharmony. And it's very, very unfortunate and very, very disquieting as well.